What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. So today I want to talk to you about Lucid. There has been quite a lot of data that's been coming out over this last 12 hours. I wanted to share with you and break it down on what it does truly mean for Lucid. Before I get into any of that though, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up, and with that, let's get right to it. So this is pre-market right now, so data points just came out. So if there is some developments that does happen throughout the day, I'll do a second follow-up video near the tail end of the day. But as of right now, Lucid is up 1.02%. Somewhat justified in my opinion. If anything, it might actually indicate, based on a lot of the data, that Lucid is going to be trending up. So a couple of things that came out today. One is going to be GDP. So it came in at 3, forecast is 2.8. Absolutely amazing stuff. So that's what the market does like. Aside from that, initial jobless claims came in at 231,000 versus a forecast of 232,000. So even that data is very, very good. Couple that with Nvidia's earnings that came out yesterday. They are down slightly, but I think that's just because of their kind of margins narrowing, and people are just looking at it from the evaluation standpoint, just being too high. Their key metrics, though, they did hit home runs. So yeah, I think generally they are a cash cow making a ton of money. So it kind of goes to show that the economy is strong. As well, Affirm, so another company that did unveil their earnings after hours yesterday, they signaled, based on their earnings, the fact that despite higher interest rates, consumers were out there still obtaining record numbers of loans. So people are strong, right? And that's one thing that the market has been really watching very closely, is consumers. So yeah, I think in general, the market is giving the big green light for everything to go higher. So let me know your thoughts on that. And I think in general, over the next several trading days, you are going to see shorts really start to close out some of their positions with, again, a lot of the data points that's been coming out. And I believe as well, it's a long weekend in the States. So typically shorts would rather close out their positions ahead of time, just in case some news does come out or whatever else. So tomorrow should make for a very interesting day, but nonetheless, though, I think this is a very good indication for Lucid to really trend up higher. And so if you bought the dip, congrats, because I think in general, it's going to be back in the $4, maybe, well, based on this, you do see it's currently trading between this S1 and the pivot. So 411 is going to be the next strong kind of resistance / target. So I do see that being very feasible, a run up to there, and dependent on the data and the momentum at the time, it could potentially push above that. $3.90 is going to be the next strong support. But once again, when it comes to Lucid though, it's a very volatile stock, and I think that's largely linked to just shorts. But shorts have been overextended with Lucid for a while now, so I think that with all the data that's been coming out today and through companies' earnings, they might finally fuck off and go away. And so 27.54% of the free float's being shorted. So I did a video, I think it was yesterday, and Lucid once again is the most heavily shorted EV out there. So it's kind of crazy, but with everything, I do feel like it will prompt a squeeze, or at least shorts to return. It might not actually prompt a squeeze, because shorts are very good with their strategies and whatever else. Aside from that, no news this morning associated to Lucid. Even on social media, they've been relatively not quiet, but no actual substantial pieces of news. So it's just merely piggybacking off of the broader market. One thing that I did want to bring up that people might not necessarily like, but then again, I always like to give you the good, the bad, and the ugly, regardless of how it is. But there was this article that was coming out, or that came out yesterday. So Hyundai confirms 3-row IonQ SUV with 550 miles of range. And so in general, a lot of people are sharing this as though this is an indication that Hyundai and Lucid have some sort of partnership already pre-existing because of, again, the range extension. I read through this, which goes through all of their strategies, what they're working on for the foreseeable future. This Ion 9 SUV is a hybrid. So I don't think Lucid technology would really work and intertwine with that. That would be huge if somehow Lucid was working on that to help that, but I still feel that there is going to be some deal with Lucid in the foreseeable future. Just based on this, it doesn't seem like it's coming anytime soon. One thing that Peter did say in the last earnings, though, I believe, that a lot of their path to profitability is going to be pivotal around that mid-size SUV. Similarly for partnerships. So a lot of partnerships are going to come because of that technology, not right now. So I think a lot of people, even including myself, was under the impression that there was going to be some announcement maybe this year with Lucid and Hyundai for either a partnership or just some licensing agreement or something along those lines. But based on this, I did not get any indication whatsoever the fact that that's in the mix. So they're just, looks like they're kind of transitioning to more hybrids, as similar to a lot of other companies out there, Toyota one of them. But yeah, this is more of a buzzkill, and my apologies, didn't mean to burst you guys' bubble, but I don't see this being feasible. Maybe late 2025 or possibly 2026, as it does surround that mid-size SUV. But as of right now, I don't see this being in the mix. So still, who knows? I don't really feel Lucid's price point factored this in. The next big catalyst for Lucid is truly the Gravity, and that's been one of the biggest things that's been really propelling Lucid higher. And so especially when they put out that crash testing video, like that really stimulated a lot of optimism, a lot of buyers. So yes, this would be good, very, very good for Lucid. But again, I feel like it's just not factored into the stock price right now. Giving you a quick overview of that. So because of GDP and initial jobless claims, you do have now a 67.5% likelihood of a 25 basis point cut for the September 18th meeting, then a 32.5% likelihood of a 50 basis point cut. As I've stated in the past, regardless of the data from now until September 18th, I feel like we are for sure going to have a 25 basis point cut. What is up for debate is if a 50 is justified or not. But given the strong data that's been coming out, that's more oriented towards the 25, not the 50. You do see, though, on the November 7th meeting, a likelihood of a 50 basis point cut for that. So I think in general, that'll still be good with the two meetings, so the September 18th and November 7th. But as of right now, with the strong data, it's more of an indication of 25. But you know what? Good data shows a strong economy. Strong economy is good for a lot of growth stocks such as Lucid and everything else. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. And then also one final thing, take advantage of this promo. Simply sign up for a new account, throw $100 at it. They give you 5 free stocks. Each stock is valued up to $2,000. So this is a kick-ass deal. Link in the description below and also the comments. With all that said, appreciate all of you watching.